Okay. Good morning, class.
Good morning, ma'am.
So, for today's school year, I will be your English teacher. So, I am Teacher May. I am Miss May and Denzo, but you can call me Teacher May. So, before we start our class for today, can you please lead the prayer? Dear Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins, as we forgive those who sin against us. Do not bring us into test, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Okay, so before you take your seat, kindly pick up the pieces under, garbage under your chair. Okay, if you're done, you can now sit. Thank you, ma'am. So, do you have any idea what will be our topic for today? No. So, I will present. Class, so before we start our discussion, our formal discussion, let me check your attendance first okay. Abelina Villa,
Present.
Julius Biahole,
Present.
Cardo Carbon,
Present.
Angela Denzo,
Present.
Wait Intay,
Present.
Fernando Fernandez.
Present.
Okay, very good. All of you are present. So before we formally start our topic for today, we will have a pre-test. So kindly get one of sheet of paper. One of sheet of paper, please. Now.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Number 1. It is commonly refers to work of creative imagination, including poetry, drama. Wait. I forgot. Okay? Well, continue. Fiction, non-fiction, in some instances, journalism, and song. So, what it is? You can write your answer in your one half sheet of paper. Number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
It is created from the imagination, not presented as fact, though it may be based on a true story or situation. So, number 3,
Yes.
it refers to literature based on fact. Are you done?
Wait, ma'am. Wait.
Okay. Should I continue now?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, number 4. It is a type of literature based on the interplay of words and rhythm. Continue.
Yes,
Number 5, in literature, it refers to the performance of written dialogue and stage action. It is literary genre that allows actors to act out a writer's words directly to an audience. So, since we're done with the pretest, we will continue discussing our topic for today. So you guys can keep your paper for a while. I will get that after our discussion. So we will now formally start our discussion. So different forms of literary writing. So what comes in your mind when you hear the word literary writing? Do you have any idea, like examples of literary writings?
No, ma'am.
Oh, that's so sad. So, what is literature? What is literature, Miss Angela?
I don't have any idea.
Oh, that's so sad. But it's okay. We can continue our discussion. So, literature is a term used to describe written and sometimes spoken material derived from the Latin word literature and Formed with letters, literature most commonly refers to works of the creative imagination, including poetry, drama, fiction, non-fiction, and some instances journalism and song. So, do you know what is poetry? A drama,
Yes.
fiction, or non-fiction? Can you please give me some examples of poetry? Or just like a drama? Anything?
A Korean drama.
Oh, Korean drama. You're a fan of it, right? Every youngsters will like watching K-drama. So, now we'll continue. Literature is a group of works of art made up of words. Most are written, but some are passed on by word of mouth. Literature usually means words of poetry and prose that are especially well written. There are many different kinds of literature, such as poetry, plays, and unlimited. Learning with writing grammar. So, what are the four main literary forms of literature? Do you have any idea?
No.
Oh no! So, the four main literary forms is the poetry, fiction, non-fiction, and drama. I've said it a while ago. I hope you will listen. Well, when I discuss furthermore. So, poetry. It is a type of literature that conveys a thought, describes, scene, or tells a story in a concentrated lyrical arrangement of words. So, poems can be structured with rhyming lines and meter, the rhythm and emphasis of a line based on a syllabical beats. Poems can also be free-form, which follows no formal structure. It is the art of rhythmical composition, writing, or spoken for exciting pleasure by beautiful, imaginative, or elevated thoughts. So, have you read any poetry? Can you please give me some lines like you can't give? So we will continue. So, in poetry, there are 15 types of poetic forms. So, blank verse is a poetry written with a precise meter, almost iambic pentameter that does not rhyme. So, number 2, rhyme poetry. In contrast to blank verse, rhyme poems, by definition, although their theme may vary. So, this rhyme words is like every last word. I mean, every last of each line should be rhymed. Like, let's try something. It's a rhyming words, just like the last words of every line should be rhymed. If it's not, then it's not a rhyme poetry. So, free verse. Free verse poetry is a poetry that lacks a consistent rhyme scheme, material pattern, or musical song. So, do you know what? So, free verse. It's easy to understand. So, free. You can do whatever you like in your poem because it's free. You can choose what you like, whether you want it rhyme or not, or it's up to you because it's a free verse. So you can choose whatever you want, whatever you will write on your poetry. So epics. An epic poem is a lengthy narrative works of poetry. These long poems typically detail extraordinary feats and adventures of characters from a distant past. So narrative poetry. It is similar to an epic. A narrative poem tells a story, like Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's The Midnight Ride of Fall River, and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, the Rime of the Ancient Mariner, exemplify this form. So, haiku. Haiku has a 3-line poetic form originating in Japan. The first line has 5 syllables, the second line has 7 syllables, and the third line again has 5 syllables. So, it has 3 lines, but each line should be 5, 7, 5. So 3, 7, 5. So, pastoral poetry. A pastoral poem is one that concerns the natural world, rural life, and landscapes. These poems have perceived from ancient Greece to ancient Rome to the present day. So, sonnet. A sonnet is a 14-line poem, typically concerning the topic of love. Sonnets contain internal rhymes within their 14 lines. The extract rhymes depends on the style of a sonnet. So, elegies. An elegy is a poem that reflects upon death or loss. Traditionally, it contains themes of mourning, loss, and reflection. However, it can also explore themes of redemption and consolation. So, elegies is like it is made up of like sad emotions, like when you're down and you wanted to write something because you are sad, then it is called elegies because you're writing when you're sad. Your emotions, the emotions that written in your poetry is not happy, not active. You are sad, so it's elegies. So ode, much like an elegy, an ode is tribute to its subject, although the subject need not be dead or even sentient, as in John Keats's ode. And so, limerick. A limerick is a five-line poem that consists of a single stanza, an AABBA rhyme scheme, and whose subject is a short, pithy tale or description. So, lyric poetry. So, lyric poetry is, So, lyric poetry refers to the broad category of poetry that concerns feelings and emotions. This distinguishes it from two other poetic categories, epic and drama. So, soliloquy, a ballad I mean. A ballad is a form of narrative verse that can be either poetic or musical. It typically follows a pattern of rhyme quatrains from John Keats to Samuel Taylor. Soliloquy. A soliloquy is a monologue in which character speaks to him or herself, expressing inner thoughts that an audience might not otherwise know. Villanelle. A 19-line poem consisting of 5. So this is an example of poetry. This type of poetry is a haiku form. So I will read it for you. Angela, could you please read the poem? The poetry rather.
The plains Indians.
Please louder your voice.
The plains Indians. Bright birds and feathers. Hawk beats thunder of the plains. The hunters are back. Colorful streamers. Our tribe is celebrating a successful hunt. We dance with the sun. We feast on buffalo meat, for we shall not starve.
So, when you read the poem, what emotions? How many lines can you say in the poems in each stanza?
3 lines.
3 lines. So, how many lines again in stanza in haiku should have in every line? Based on what I have discussed, it should be
5 sentences.
No! Each line should be 5, 7, 5. So the first line should be 5, the second line is 7.
5,
5, 7, 5, yeah. Each line.
3 lines.
Each 3 lines, and each line of the first paragraph this one should be 5.
5 syllables.
Yeah, and this one is 7, and this one is 5. So, I hope you can remember it, because we'll have an exam. So, fiction. I guess everyone knows what fiction is. So, when you hear the word fiction, what comes in your mind?
Not real.
Not real. Oh yeah, very good. So fiction is not real. It is just your imagination. So let's read. Generally, is a narrative form in any medium consisting of people, events, or places that are imaginary. In other words, not based strictly on history or fact. So, can you give me an example of a fictional story, like a fictional books? Can you give me an example?
Snow White.
Oh, Snow White, yeah. Those are fiction. Snow White, Cinderella. Those are made up of those creative people. That is an example of fiction. So, fiction has 5 genres. Number 1, historical fiction. Historical fiction books take place during a certain time in the past. Often the setting is real and the characters are made up of fiction. So, the perfect example for this is like, do you read I Love You Since 1892?
No.
You don't know?
No.
The events, the settings is historical. But, I mean, the story is not true, but the characters might be true. I don't know. The settings, the settings is true, and the characters and the events are not real. So that's make it fiction. Historical fiction rather. So realistic fiction. Characters are made up but could be real people. Events are made up of could be real events takes place in a modern time, right? Here. So realistic fiction is like the people are true. Mostly all of the inside the story is true, but it is not. You just feel like it's true, but it is not. It is also made up of some. It is also made up of imaginative minds by those creative people. So, mystery. Usually realistic about a crime or an unsolved event, not solved until the end of the book. I guess you've watched many mystery movies, like I forgot the title. The Psychopath.
Penthouse.
Oh yeah, Penthouse is also mystery. It's a nice story. So science fiction. As a genre of speculative fiction that typically deals with imaginative and for futuristic concepts such as advanced science and technology, spare explosion, time travel, and universe. Oh, there are a Korean drama. It's a science fiction. I forgot the title, but the man is in the space. Yeah, Song Joong-ki was the leading man. So fantasy. Fantasy is completely made up, such as talking to animals and magical powers contains. The perfect example for this could be Encantadia. You know, Encantadia, like Imaw is not true. It was just made up of the author. Not just Imaw, and also the Turtle and the Rabbit. There are many stories. There are many fantasy stories that you will like. So this is a perfect example for fiction. The characters will be true. But okay, I will summarize how to eat fried worms. So, Billy wants to buy a bike. So his friend challenged him if he could eat a worm. In 15 days, he will give $50. So the reason why Billy accepted the challenge because he wanted to buy a bike, and the price of winning the challenge is $50. It is exact amount of the bike that he wanted to buy. So he accepted the challenge. Every day he ate a worm. So do you think a real person will eat a worm? Oh yeah, but kid. No, it makes sense. So, every day he eats a worm. And each day, the worm is different types. So after the 15 days have left, Billy won and he bought the bike with the money that he won. So, let's go to nonfiction. So, nonfiction, I guess you know what it is. So, what is nonfiction?
Based on a
Yeah, based on true story or real events. So, give an example of nonfiction. Biography. You know that. Autobiography. Your autobiography. That's an example of nonfiction. So, example of nonfiction is the biography of William Shakespeare. We'll go. Drama. Drama is the last form of literature. Drama is a written work that tells a story through action, speech, and is acted out, usually series, play, movie, or television production. It's really common because we watch many dramas in every day in our lives. Like Cardo. It is a drama. A Korean drama, Chinese drama. Types of drama. So, comedy. So, what is comedy?
a funny movie.
A funny movie. Could you give me an example of a comedy? At least one.
Waikiki.
Oh, Waikiki, yeah. It's a Korean drama. That's really nice. So, tragedy. Tragic dramas use darker themes such as disaster, pain, death. Protagonists often have a tragic flaw, a character that leads them to their downfall. An example.
I forgot.
It is written by William Shakespeare too. Should I save me? Like, the clue is save me. It is one great example of tragedy. Save me, that's... Or Romeo. I know. Romeo?
And Juliet.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet. That's a tragic story. So farce. Generally, a farce is a nonsensical genre of which often overacts or slapstick humor. So melodrama. Melodrama is an exaggerated drama which is sensational and appeals directly to the senses of audience, just like the farce and characters of single dimension and simple or maybe stereotypes. So, musical drama. In musical dramas, dramatic not only tell their stories through acting and dialogue, but through dance as well as music. Often the story may be comedic, though it may also involve serious subjects. So, example for this drama it is that, as what I told, Romeo and Juliet. It is an example of a tragedy. And that's all. Thank you for listening. So, since our discussion is done, I want you guys, we'll have an exam, but before we'll have an exam, I will tell your project for this grading. So, your project should be, you guys will be divided into 5 groups. Each group will create their own story. You can choose whatever form of drama it is. So the rubrics is the story is 24 points, performance is 50 points, and acting skills is 25 points. So You will perform it on Friday. Okay? I will give you enough time to practice because I want everything to be perfect on Friday. So I hope you will practice. For another output, you will create your own poem and will use the haiku for the form of poetry. So the rubric is R, following instruction, 30%, content, 50%, creativity, 20%, and total of 100%. So that's your project. So, both of these both of these two projects will be submitted on Friday. Okay. I will give you enough time to practice and to create your story. So, before we end our class, can you please get your phone and answer the activity that I have. Click the link that I have sent in our group chat and answer it. Okay. Okay. So, is everyone done answering?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Now, is it your first time answering a Google form?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I understand because you were having a hard time answering. So, since our topic for today is all done, I guess it's a goodbye. So, goodbye class. See you tomorrow.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Okay. Please don't forget the project that I gave.
Yes, ma'am.
When will it be submitted?
On Friday,
On
ma'am.
Friday. What it is? What are those, rather?
A drama and a poetry.
Okay, very good. So, it's a goodbye. So, see you guys in our next class. Okay, goodbye.
Thank you,
Have a good day,
ma'am.
class.